I've always heard that you need to keep your filament dry or it'll break or become brittle or just won't be able to be used, have a problem going through the extruder. I've heard all sorts of things. So I've been super paranoid about storing my filament out in the open ever since getting my printer a little less than a year ago. I initially started keeping my filament in large Ziploc bags with the silica gel packs that come with the filament. This made for some sloppy storage once I had more than 2 rolls being stored. It held 2 rolls fine, but anything more than I had like another bag, and it just wasn't that easy to use. So I started looking for a more structured storage solution, and I basically went where anyone goes to look for things, Amazon, which I'm sure I'm not the only one. After looking for a few different solutions involving storage bins, I settled on the following items: an airtight pet food container, a grit guard, and reusable indicating desiccant. Assembly is pretty simple. Just place the grit guard on the bottom of the container. This is to keep the filament raised above the desiccant beads when everything's sitting there. Then fill the bottom with the dry&dry reusable indicating desiccant. Once that's done, now you're ready to put your filament in. You can stack 4 spools of filament flat in one corner and then put 2 spools vertically on each side. That's a total of 6 spools of filament in the bin. They will stay on top of the grit guard, and there is still plenty of room if you have loose filament or something else you want to keep in there just to also keep dry. If you have several rolls of filament, then this solution may not work, or you could adapt it to use either a bigger bin of some kind, or you could just make multiple bins, and they stack. The grit guards come as a pair of 2 guards, so if you're putting together multiple bins, keep that in mind. I went with a half-gallon container of dry&dry, mostly for the price, and I figured it would be just enough for the space. You can try to experiment with more or less if you want. I will say that it is still very blue in the container, and it will turn pink when it has absorbed too much moisture. Then you just follow the instructions to refresh the beads, and it's good to go again. So far I have yet to refresh any of them, but it should be noted that you only need to buy the desiccant one time. I've put links to all the items mentioned in the description below, along with some details like price, totals, how many spools, etc. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful in any way. Also, leave a comment if you have an idea on how to make this better, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.